Hi guys, it's me Lunar, welcome back to another PUBG video. In this one I want to go over several bits of news for the game regarding future updates, including what's new in 5.3 and what's delayed. But mostly I want to talk about the new teaser for Play Prologue, which looks like a new PlayerUnknowns game. If the video is useful then a like is appreciated. A new teaser trailer of around 30 seconds was revealed yesterday showing what looks like a new IP for the PlayerUnknowns universe, and the description for the game simply says, Prologue is an exploration of new technologies and gameplay. Our aim with the game is to give players unique and memorable experiences each and every time they play. Other than that and the teaser, we have very little info to go on, but we can make some conclusions from past stuff. So what do we know? Well, we do know it's not PUBG 2. It's a new IP that has been in development now for 9 months, and it's by PlayerUnknowns himself. It's unlikely to be a battle royale, more likely a single player survival type game, and in previous interviews in the past couple of years, PlayerUnknown has hinted at this, saying a couple of times he wanted to make a game that felt different every time, and the map felt new or different due to its size and detail. And he mentioned on that, it was the reason why he first fell in love with PUBG. It felt like a new narrative being written each time. However, he does appreciate now that PUBG is a more competitive experience and esports game, but that was never really the intention for making the game, and he hopes that the new game will bring back some of the old magic. So it's not PUBG 2, but the reason for making the game is the same inspiration as the reason why he made PUBG. And it's all about having different experiences every time you play the game, and it does potentially show this in the trailer. Every time there's lightning, the surrounding area appears to change for a short time, and you can see that at 10, 13 and 17 seconds, maybe showing us the changes to some of the areas in different playthroughs, even though they're in the same location. But it's hard to say exactly what that means based on the very little info that we have. Finally then, will this new IP from PlayerUnknowns be related to PUBG in any way, other than being made by PlayerUnknown? Well, the answer is that there is some evidence that the game could be set in the past of, say, Erangel. We already know that PUBG has been pushing out recent updates to add lore to the game, but ultimately we just don't know if that is related to this new game being made. So a new IP is being made by PlayerUnknown. It's going to be several years before we actually see it release, as it's only been in development for the past 9 months. It does include developers who helped make PUBG who are in that team of people making the game. Also, there is no hint yet of a console version, but since the game could be tied to PUBG, I will keep you guys updated on any info as we get it until we find out more. Okay, moving on to upcoming updates. The next update 5.3 is not going to be a big one in terms of new content, and there is no official console release time on that. But there are two key things to go over. One is improved blood effects. Headshots including the neck area produced more distinct visual effects to ensure clear identification of a hit. Blood splatter will now show on walls and floors if the character is hit nearby. The size of the blood splash is unified across all color settings, and blood impacts on characters will now provide a more precise visual representation of which body parts have been hit. That will be the only real addition to the game in the next update, an improvement to the bloody effects in game. That is unless we get some console specific changes which we won't find out about until the actual patch notes drop. The one other big thing is sound improvements are being delayed until next year. We have seen some sound improvement changes in the last few updates, but footstep sound rebalance, gunfiring sound improvements and the reverb system improvements have been delayed, despite being promised to release by the end of 2019, and the issue has been that the first attempt at footstep sound rebalance changes a few months back caused unintended side effects, and the devs are working to fix that before moving forward with the remaining sound improvements. Of course, there will be more changes in the 5.3 update when the patch notes drop, but expect mostly tweaks and bug fixes, especially at this time of year. Guys, another news video going over some of the 5.3 update, but I wanted to mostly go over the new PlayerUnknowns game Prologue, which was announced yesterday. I'll update you guys on any news for PUBG as we get it. Like and subscribe to stay up to date with that. Have an awesome day, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.